ESPN ranking the winless NFL teams eliminated from the playoffs. Yes, we're in week 3 and we're talking about teams eliminated from the playoffs. Wow, that's how you know football is back. That's how you know football is back. That after week 3, we're like, you know what, guys? We're starting to think that teams are automatically eliminated. Yeah, anyway, guys, what they do in this article is they talk about which teams had the best possibility to make the playoffs, who are currently 0-2. Obviously, we are in that boat right now, so we do fit, the boat. Also, the Ratbirds are 0-2. And it's beautiful. So the best team that has best chance to make the playoffs, who currently is 0-2, and they have us. Oh, nice. Okay, I really thought we were going to be a little bit farther down this list, just knowing ESPN and how ESPN usually isn't positive toward us. But they actually have us as number 1 on this list, so shout out to ESPN. Chance of advancing to the postseason. ESPN gives us right now a 43.2% chance to make the postseason, which I think is way, way, way lower than it should be. I would say roughly right now, our chance to make the postseason, I'm trying to be realistic here, is 102%. I have no doubt in my mind in this world that we're not going to make the postseason. Like, we're going to make the postseason. 1,000 bazillion%. Come on now. Stop playing. Anyway, I wrote last week about a frustrating Bengals loss to the Patriots. They played much better versus the Chiefs on Sunday. Probably deserved to win. Definitely deserved to win. We destroyed ourselves in that game. Alright, so for the most part, again, like I said, I don't agree with the percentage, but I do agree we are the number 1 team who is currently 0-2 who will make the playoffs. Number 2 is the Ratbirds, and to be honest, they have a 40.2% chance to make the playoffs. Everything in my soul knows that this team will make the playoffs, and they 100% are going to make the playoffs. But the fact is, they did just lose to the Raiders. They lost to the Chiefs, they lost to the Raiders, right? And unlike us, who currently sits in a very good situation moving forward for our schedule is not as complicated as others are, they're not really in that situation right now. They got to play the Cowboys next, then the Bills. It's very possible they go 0-4. And then if we beat them at home, we could send their butts to 0-5. They play the Commanders, 1-5. The Bucks they could lose to. They could lose to the Browns in Cleveland. Then they play the Broncos. Then they play us again. Steelers at Steelers. Like, this is a very bad spot for the Ratbirds to be. They have not started off 0-2 since 2015. Was the last time they were 0-2, 2015. So, with that being said, they're in a very difficult situation right now. And I'm not really 1,000% thinking that they, it's not 100% chance they're going to make the playoffs. If I had to give a percent chance the Ratbirds would make the playoffs, I would probably put them in a 90, maybe 87 percentile. But even then, it's just so challenging with that schedule they have that, you can't afford to start off 0-2 with their schedule. With our schedule, you can afford to start off 0-2. Maybe our schedule last year you couldn't. But our schedule this year, you can afford to start off 0-2 and still be a very successful team. For them, it's completely opposite. So, this is a very interesting situation, but they have to beat the Cowboys this week. The Cowboys win, and then the Bills win. They'll be 0-4, and their chance to make the playoffs is little to none. Anyway, Jacksonville Jaguars, 23.1% chance. Yeah, the Jags are in such an interesting situation. I don't have faith in Trevor Lawrence, but a lot of people do. They'll make the playoffs, I feel like, in the end. Because I feel like they're going to go for a run. They usually go for like a big run at the end of the season. Number 4, LA Rams. 10.3% chance. Now with Cooper Kupp being injured, and currently he's kind of day-to-day at this moment in time, he might eventually go on the IR. He's not on the IR. They're not going to put him on right now, but it's possible he does in the future. That situation is wild. 10.3% chance. Yeah, that's about right. LA Rams. I would say right now, I put them, and by the way, Jacksonville, I put, by the way, as a 65% chance to make the playoffs. LA Rams, I put above 10.3%. I would say probably a 35% chance. The NFC is just so weak. It's so easy for them to make the playoffs, in all honesty. The NFC is just way underpowered. ESPN has the Titans at a 10.8% chance. I'm very high on the Titans. I have been since Brian joined their team. I just have a lot of faith in Brian to, really change around this team. I would say my arguable number here, because they do have an easier schedule, I'm going to put it at a 22% chance to make the playoffs. 22%, I think, is more realistic than 10. Colts, 22.7. I have them at probably a 65% chance to make the playoffs. I really do like their team. Denver Broncos, 0. Giants, 0. Carolina Panthers, I shouldn't say 0, because 0 means you're eliminated, and no one's eliminated yet. I think that these other, I would say for these other teams I just said 0 for, I'm going to put at a 2% chance. I'd say a 2%. Maybe, I might go with ESPN here and go 0.5. I might go that low. 0.5. And that's it. For the most part, yeah, I agree with a lot of these. I don't agree with ours. I think ours is a 100. I think ours is a 102% chance. We're going to make the playoffs. We have a schedule that is very, I would say what Hum said, the easiest schedule possible, but is the third easiest schedule possible. And yes, we are 0-2 at this moment in time, but we win these 2 games, which we will. We're 2-2. We beat the Ratbirds at home. We're 3-2. Giants 4-2. And at 4-2, then we get crap figured out, right? Cleveland's going to be difficult, but we can beat Eagles. We can beat the Raiders. Ratbirds on a short week. Maybe we get the best of them one time here. We'll beat the Chargers. We'll beat the Steelers in Cincinnati. I think we could beat the Cowboys. I think we could beat the Titans. Yeah, we can win this game. We can win this game. And this game hopefully does not matter because we already have the division locked up. And I think we should be absolutely A-okay. Again, like I said, maybe I'm on that hopium, but I'm 105% chance I think we have of making the playoffs. 1,000%. But if you're a Ratbirds fan, yeah, you guys are in a very weird situation. So hopefully you guys don't figure that out, and hopefully you guys have the worst situation possible. Who died?